Hello and welcome to Mayhem with Markham. So this is going to be the second video in my computer build here. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break for a while. I've got another project that I'm working on with a friend of mine, and I'm not recording it. It's not exactly my project alone. It's their project, and it's something that's it's rather large, and it is taking a long time for me to do it. But I think that it's very important to do the project right, and it's just taking a lot of time. Originally, I thought that it would be, maybe a week-long project, 2 weeks tops. But as with most projects, when you get into them, you find out, gee, this is a little bit more detailed. It's a car project, so it's working on engines, and that's things that I like to do. But the further that I get into it, the more that I find wrong, and I can't let things that are wrong go. I have to fix it. It's something that means a lot to them, and it means a lot to me. There's a lot of pride that goes along with my work. I don't know if I've adequately shared that or not, but there is actually a lot of pride that goes along with my work, and that goes along with a lot of the upbringing that I had as a kid. My father was pretty hard on me. He was probably one of the hardest people on me in my entire life. One of the things that he always used to ask me was, hey, especially after I got done with doing a particular project. It could be something as stupid as stacking firewood, which I stacked a lot of firewood. He'd say, hey, well, was that the best you could do? And I learned real quick the answer was never yes. You can always do a better job the second time around. And the more that you do a job, the better you can do it. But on this particular project, it's working on engines, and I just want to make sure that everything's done right, it's done perfectly. So I'm just taking the time out to do that. I hate that I'm not recording it, but honestly, there's a lot of stuff there, and there's a lot of cursing, and I don't know if you've noticed it, but I don't do a lot of cursing in my videos. Well, this one, there's a lot of cursing going on trying to get this thing apart and get it all back together, and I just don't want to put out content like that. But I do have, I've got a pile of parts over here. I've got all of the parts to fix my truck, and I will be doing that, and I'll carry you guys along with me as we do it. The thing is that it's one of those projects that I'm gonna have to spend the entire day working on the truck and tear it down, clean everything up, and put it back together. And it is a large project, and I'm going to do it in less than 18 hours. That's the goal. The goal is to pull the truck into the garage at like 4 or 5 a.m. and start tearing it down. And then by the time it's bedtime, have it back out, because the truck is honestly longer than the garage, and I can't just break it up into days. I've got to do the entire job in a day. So that's going to be coming up, but it's going to be a while. So this is going to be the last video, unless I have something that pops up that I can just put together real quick. I will put it together real quick. It's always on my mind that, hey, is this something that I can be recording and putting out? If I have some house repair stuff comes up, of course I'll record it, but I'm just spending so much time doing this other project that I just need to really devote the time to making sure that I get that project right. So anyway, hope you understand, and this is the conclusion to doing the computer. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and thanks for watching. Okay, alright, so when I left off, I was going to find some hardware, and I did. So how many people do you know have a bin of screws? So here we go. We need some standoffs to go here, here, and here. I'm going to install these standoffs here. This one there. Yep, that one goes all the way through. So that's not going to work, is it? I may end up having to go in search of more standoffs that are the right size. Let's see about these. These look to be a little bit bigger. Okay, they are, the height is right. So there we go. So all the threads are going to be the same. They're all going to be the fine thread. So I'll put that there. Take these out. That one will go there. That one will go there. I'll take this little piece of hardware here and throw it back in the bag. Okay. All of our hardware, throw it over here. Clean up here in a minute. Okay, so here we go. Back in with our board. So here we go. We will endeavor to line everything up. So we've got that one, 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 and that one. I think that's it, guys. So we'll go ahead and start getting all the fasteners put on. Now here's a trick for you. There's a reason why I have a magnet. All right, there we go. All right, so we got all that together. All right, now what we're gonna do is we'll get the computer case up here, get it cleaned up, and go from there. Okay, so in the last clip, you saw me get all of the screws tightened down for the motherboard onto the back plane, or onto that back plane. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna go through and we're gonna clean the case up and get ready to get everything reinstalled. Okay. Alright, so go ahead and get this wiring here pulled out just a bit so I can get up into the dry phase. I'll go ahead and clean these up. Okay. Okay. It's gotten most of that. These fans are still fairly new. Okay. Oh, I gotta get those, so we'll get that when we do components. Alright. So, oh, and I had to vacuum the top of the case there, so I'll vacuum that. That guy over here. Let's go ahead and grab our... Here's the side of the case here. So we'll grab that. Clean that too. So first things first, we'll go ahead and continue on with cleaning here. Alrighty, that fan right there was pretty blocked. So it's not 100% clean. I'm not going for 100% clean. If I were, I'd be wiping more stuff down. I'm just trying to get this thing back functional again in a timely manner. Okay, so let's put this stuff here off to the side. Now, bring our case back up here. One of the things that we need to do is change out the back plane. So this black back plane here interface to the old motherboard. What we're going to do is we're going to put this one in because it matches the new motherboard. Okay. Just simply come back in here, pop this out. Comes out, and here you can see the difference in them. If I can actually manage to get it open. Okay. So here's the new one. Here's the old one. So you can tell that they don't match. Okay. So we'll put this with the old motherboard. This will be the new one. And it's going to go in just like so. sure it's all the way popped in. Okay, there we go, just like that. Now we'll go ahead and get all of these cables kind of up and out of the way for now. For all this power stuff, I'm just going to unplug it and get it sort of out of the way. Okay. This is a modular power supply, so I just went through and unplugged everything. I'll plug everything back in once I'm ready. Like that. This will go like that. Go ahead and we'll throw these guys back in. Let's see what I have back there. Okay, so I've got something there blocking that one. That one there. That one there. Okay. We will go with our motherboard. Now we're going to have to hook all these little pins up with all of this stuff here. This is all like the power button and stuff like that. So each computer is going to be slightly different. We will endeavor to get this guy in place. Past all of the wiring through there onto the rails. And make sure we get everything lined up. All right, I'm gonna lay it down. And then what you're gonna be looking at is right here. You'll see me get it lined up. Okay, so I get it lined up and then it clicks right into place. Just like that. Now, the standoffs are specific to the case. Okay, so if you use a taller standoff, this is not going to line up. All right, but as you can see there, with the standoffs that I picked, it lined right up. Okay, I will throw a couple of the big screws in. I'll flip this back up in just a second and show you where I'm at. Okay. There we go. So I got this lined up, and then I'm just going to take and tighten up these screws that are right here. And that just locks this tray in place. There's one there, and then there's one here. That literally just locks that tray into place. Okay. Now we will go, this is a fan. So I'm going to bring my light over so that I can see. I got a chassis fan there, so I'll plug in my chassis fan. there. Got one chassis fan tied in there. Okay. Now we will grab our video card. This guy is going to go right up here into this slot here. Okay. Notice that the two little openings here, it lines up in the same spot, so that's awesome. Here I just have one power port there. So this guy's gonna lock in too. Right there. And I saw that flip in just like it's supposed to and lock in place. Okay. So now I'll take my two chassis screws and start those. There. And here. Okay, now I'm going to go back here and make sure that the ports line up. And then tighten. Okay. All right. Now it's just a matter of getting all the wiring hooked up. It looks like that. So that's that guy. Alright, so that's the front, and that's all of the control stuff. So that's the power button and the reset button and the hard drive LED and the power LED. Okay, so now we will go with our USB and our FireWire. It's USB. Chassis fan is down there. Okay. So leave that. Got that connected. Let's run our data. So here's data. Right here. Come in here. And I'm going to run him through my chassis. Then back to here. Okay, now this is just going to be a slave hard drive. Okay, so there that guy is. Okay, I need to run power to it. That's not going to be this guy. This is going to be power for the video card. Maybe PCIe. Smart is PCIe, so go up here to the PCIe slot on our power supply. Put that guy in there. Okay, now we're gonna go with our 6-pin PCIe. Okay. So that's that guy. We'll tuck this kind of up and away, out of the way, back here. Okay. Now we need power for this guy. So that's gonna come like this. So here we go. We'll take a peripheral and SATA slot here. Okay. Now we're gonna run that. I'm gonna run it kind of through here just for routing purposes. Okay. This guy will run right into here, just like so. Now this guy over here. All right, now the only thing left to do is to, I've got to power back here for our front fan, the top fan, all that good stuff. So we will go with another expansion port. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where a connector here goes. Oh, I know what it is. That is, okay, so I've got another connector up here. Looks like that. That is the connector for this right here. I'm going to leave that disconnected for now just to see how it works, but that's actually to control this upper fan here. The upper fan I have hooked to the motherboard for right now. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to go and find another power connector so that I can plug that in. Then we'll start zip tying things off to the side and get ready for power up. Okay, so I'll be right back. Alrighty. Okay, so I've gotten another cable here. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this guy up here. So this is a CPU cable. It says ensure to connect 8-pin power plug or both the 8-pin and the 4-pin power plugs. Do not connect the 4-pin power plug only. The motherboard may overheat under heavy usage. So I'm gonna just leave the 8-pin connected, see what happens with it. Hopefully it'll be okay. All right. So we've got power there. We got that hooked up. We've got that hooked up there. We've got this guy hooked up. We've got all this stuff hooked up. All right, let's do some wire routing. Get some of these things kind of routed a bit better. All right, I'm just gonna like tie some of this stuff up, kind of rinky-dink. Okay, that's that, okay, all of that. All right, now I'm gonna take and hook up chassis fan to one of the chassis fan connectors. Connector, okay, that looks good. I'll hook this back up in. And in. Okay, let's get that. Alrighty, extra parts. Don't see any extra parts. Okay, so we'll go over and we'll hook it up and we'll we'll hook it up, we'll see what happens. Alrighty, so that's that. So obviously the computer is working pretty good. I put this video together, I think it's probably been about 2 weeks now since I put the computer together. It's been up and stable this whole time. I did the OS load on it. It went really well. It's fast, it's quiet. I don't have any problems processing videos anymore. So yeah, everything has turned out really, really well. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I've got another project that's taking a lot of my time. So just I'm not able to devote the time to doing the videos as much anymore. I will be doing them more whenever I'm doing my own projects. But as it's not a project that's mine, I don't want to go and put somebody else's project and business and all of that stuff out there on the webs. So when I come back to doing some more motorcycle videos and doing the truck videos, like I said, I've got all the parts for the truck. They're sitting here in the corner of my office. They're ready to go. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. I have a summer trip to plan for. It's a motorcycle trip, and I've got to do things like do the back tire on it, do the fork seals. I'm going to change all the fluids out because I'm just a nut about making sure that I've got fresh fluids in. I'll take the bike completely apart, go through, do all the inspection, inspect all the cables, the wires. Just I know it's all good, but on the off chance that I find something, I want to go ahead and fix it before I'm over 2,000 miles away and I have an issue. So but yeah, I'll carry you guys through that, and then I know that I've got a problem on the motorcycle with the blinker. So you guys are friends of mine with Shadow Riders. You know how finicky all the switches can be. Well, I went riding the other day and noticed that my blinkers weren't turning on when I wanted them to turn on. I would turn them on and then they would hesitate for a good 2-3 seconds, and I'd be looking down at the indicator. Oh, where's my flasher? And about the time that I was ready to go cancel it, it would start flashing. So I've got something weird with the contact there. So I'll take you guys along for that. But for right now, we're going to take a pause in the videos. Feel free to go back and take a look at some of the other ones. If you're new to the channel, please go back and look at some of the other content. I think there's some pretty good stuff on there. There's some pretty entertaining stuff on there. There's a lot of goof ups on there, and I've noticed that I've dropped screws a lot. If you put a screw in my hand, I'm just gonna drop it. I don't know. Maybe I should like invent some gloves or something that have magnetic fingertips. I don't know. I'd probably mess that up too. Who knows? Anyway, this is what I do know. If you like the video, please go down and like the video. Share, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and that'll let you know whenever I start posting videos up again. I'm thinking that it's probably going to be a few weeks. This project is pretty detailed, so it'll probably be a few weeks before I'm able to post again. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great year. I know that it's rough. It's been pretty rough on everybody, but I'm hoping that this whole COVID situation, that we're going to start coming out of it pretty soon, and that, if you have an opportunity to get the vaccine, I don't know how you stand on it. I don't know about it, but I'm going to take the vaccine whenever I get an opportunity to take the vaccine. That's just me. But however you feel, I support you. I care about you, just have a great time. Enjoy the great weather. You guys that are friends of mine on the motorcycles, go out there and enjoy great rides, and we'll see you out there on the road. So until then, and until the next video, make sure that you have a great day.